Hello guys, today I'm going to read about places. Life Science, written by Mary Catherine Tate. Grade 1, Level 2. Dream, Non-fiction, Comprehension Skills, Picture Clues, Text features, labels and glossaries, science content about habitats. Yes, in this book we will learn about some places. So, places is another meaning of habitats, and a habitat is a shelter, and a shelter is what we and animals need. Yes, that the shelter is called every shelter we live or animal live is a habitat. And habitats, if it's more bigger, this is a places. Like, so in this video we will learn more about places and some more new places. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So in this book we will learn, like I said before, we will learn about places. And yes, in this book it always have a vocabulary part. Desert, forest, habitat, ocean, wetland. Yes, or they're just a call. Now let's go on to the habitats, meaning for places. All plants and animals need a place to live. A habitat is a place where plants and animals live. Yes, like these pictures, they are all habitats. But we can also call them places, like a forest place. And so the ocean, desert, wetland, and grassland are also a place. But you know this animal, right? I hope you guys didn't see this before. So it is here for you guys look at it. And I want you guys to think what this kind of animal is it. Is it a desert mouse or is it just a normal mouse? The correct answer will get pinned. Yes, that's what I want to ask about that. A habitat has air, and it has also a food and a water. That's what I said for short to save times. A habitat has shelter for animals and plants. Yes, these are different kinds of habitats. Some habitats are on land, and some are in water, like an ocean. Yes. Since we learn about habitats, let's take a look at some places at the forest. At the forest part. Yes. And a forest has many trees. This is what what it looks like in summer and in the winter. A forest is a land habitat. A forest has a lot of trees, like I said before. Forests have what some plants and animals need. Cause that is also a place. But since in winter time it has changed. A habitat can change. It can be different at different times of year. Forest plants get a lot of sunlight in the summer, but in the winter they get less light. Yes, since we have learned about forest, let's take a look at this place. You know this place, right? Yes, we all know it is wetland, and the wetland is always covered in water because water can make you wet, and wet since this has a lot of water, it's called as a wetland. Don't say waterlands. That's ridiculous. That word is that's Konglish, right? Right? And a wetland habitat is covered with water. Yes, and it also has what plants and animals need, just like forest. Yes, like this. Like this is a wetland. What it looks like is summer, and this is what it looks like. What it looks like in winter. Yes. So here's what this wetlands change. Wetlands are different and times years too. Wetlands get a lot of rain in the summer, but on the other hand, in the winter they get less rain. Yes, since we have learned about wetlands, let's take a look at the ocean and the desert. An ocean is a water habitat. Yes, and it's full of water, full of salt water. It has salt water. It's big, deep, and deep. I just said that. Ocean have what some plants and animals need, just like other tools too. Yes, and next is the desert part. And a desert is a land habitat. It's very dry. It gets very little rain. Desert have what some plants and animals need. But I want to tell you guys about this. Since what if there was a storm? The storm is useful for deserts, cause it brings rain to it brings not very little but large rain to dry lands, and it gets water because this land is very dry. So yeah, that is a good news about desert. And next is what we have learned in living in habitats. Plants and animals in habitats have ways to live. Animals in the desert do not need much water. Yes, just like I said before, I want you guys to comment down below to guess what is this kind of rat mouse. And yes, this is a kind of rat. And this is a kangaroo rat. Why does it name kangaroo rat? Because they can jump. They can jump high as a kangaroo. That's why they call kangaroo rat. Yes. Living things in desert have ways to live in sandy, dry places. Some desert rats can live a long time with no water. They can get water from seeds. Some plants can grow in sand, like a cacti, or should I say cactus. And what we learn about desert, let's take a moment and look at the grassland. The grassland is a land habitat. There are grass all over the world. Yes. So what it looks like in wetland is all covered in water, but this is the new place. It's called grassland, and it covers with grass, just like wetland covered with water. Yes, that's the way we call it a fun fact, or a funny part. Grassland has what some plants and animals need. One kind of grassland is a prairie. Prairie has tall grass and other plants. Yes. But there's one but since it's changed. But this is what grassland looks like in summer. Grassland changed. Grassland can be different at different times of year. Prairies can be hot in the summer. They can be cold in the winter. Yes, they are all covered in snow. But what am I thinking about? I am thinking about a snow land. Is a land covered with snow. And it does not change in winter, but it changes in summer. That is what it looks like. Yes. Living in a grassland. Grasslands are big and open. Has much shelter for big animals. Some animals do not need it. Some prairie animals stay in large groups. This helps them stay safe. Yes, you look at these. These are bisons. And I want you to count how many bisons are there. Yes. The closest comment will be pinned. Yes. These answers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's like, well, and it's like, looks like there's 20 more, and looks like it's 20 more. Yes. Now let's go back Yes, there's so many bison that is very impossible to count. Yes, some grass and grasslands can take a lot of water from the ground. They can get the water they need when it's dry. Now these different places is a way called as a conclusion. Is a way we called is a look what I'm not very good at spelling. This is a way we call it as a conclusion. Yes. There are many different places. Different plants and animals live in different places. Place can have what some animals and plants need. Yes. This is a glossary, and all the parts always has a glossary. There's a glossary is some word. This is a glossary. Like for example, desert is a dry habitat. That is a glossary word. A glossary is what like the word has its meaning. Like for example, the desert is a dry habitat, like I said before. Like yes, that is also a glossary. Forest is a habitat where many plants and trees. Habitat is a place where plants and animals live. Ocean is a saltwater place. Wetland is a habitat that is covered with water. Now, let's take a look at the part What did you learn? This part has always 4 questions. What is a habitat? A habitat is a shelter. It's also a word called shelter or a place. What are 3 ways to describe oceans? Well, you know, there are 3 ways to describe oceans. First way. One is that this place has many kinds of fish. 2, and it has many shelters. 3, and it has a lot of salt water. But you know about the dead oceans? Well, it has the amount of water is more salter than what it looks like on oceans. Yes, and it cannot be, and if we stand on it, we cannot drown. We can stay afloat. So, number 3, writing in science. Plants and animals have ways to live in their habitats. Write some to explain some ways grassland, plants and animals live there. Use the words from the book as you write. Well, You know what? You know what I used to read this book? The grasslands is explain some. The grasslands, grassland animals that lives in grasslands are bisons, and the plants that are like a longest grass are like prairies. That's what I had to say the word. Yep. And it has more, and there are more prairies. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So, as you look in picture clues, it's the last question. Look at the picture on page 45. Right. There's a page 4 and a page 5. Yes. What does it need? What did they tell you about the forest at different times of the year? Well, they look very normal at summer, but in winter, on the other hand, plants can get less sunlight. And what they look like on summer, I mean, in summer, they get more sunlight. Yes. And most of them have their leaves fall. But many of you think that this tree has died. But then don't worry. They will revive back as soon as it's back to spring. Then don't worry. It will grow leaves. And that just gave me a life cycle of a tree. 1. If the tree has been planted, it always has a leaf in trees, in branches, on. Yes, that is the tree. That is what it looks like in spring. But on summer they get more sunlight. Meaning that, well, you know, yep, they just get more sunlight. But on the fall, they change color and beginning to fall, and their leaves will fall. Yes, but some leaves hadn't fall in the autumn. Yes, but that brings to the last season, which is winter. And the winter was actually, if the tree looks like in this winter, their leaves would beginning to fall down. And yes, But back then, on spring, they will grow new leaves. They will grow new leaves, and beginning to lose on fall or on the winter, and it will go on forever like an omega times. But yes, that gives me an idea to make a life cycle of a tree. Yes. So that's the end of the book, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye and have a great day.